This led to expeditions' understanding of evolution, development of the reptilian theory. In various Bantu mythologies, Mokele-Mbembe represents a legendary aquatic being rumored to inhabit the Congo River basin. Its nature is debated, with some portraying it as a tangible creature while others perceive it as a spiritual entity. Descriptions of Mokele-Mbembe diverge greatly due to conflicting eyewitness accounts, but it's commonly depicted as a sizable herbivore walking on 4 legs, boasting sleek skin, an elongated neck, and possessing a lone tooth or horn, reminiscent of extinct sauropods. Welcome to the place where you'll find your perfect accommodation. If you're the owner of a hotel, motel, or a similar establishment, don't hesitate to reach out for a potential collaboration. During the early to mid-20th century, Mokele-Mbembe became a focal point for enthusiasts of cryptozoology and proponents of young Earth creationism. This led to expeditions organized by cryptozoologists and/or funded by Earth creationists, all aimed at uncovering evidence that challenges the widely accepted understanding of evolution. Paleontologist Donald Prothero highlights that the pursuit is aligned with the creationist agenda to undermine evolutionary theory and scientific education through any available means. Furthermore, Prothero observes that the individuals searching for Mokele-Mbembe are predominantly creationist ministers rather than wildlife biologists. Mainstream experts generally argue that the Mokele-Mbembe sightings reported by Congolese locals likely stem from encounters with the black rhinoceros, once abundant in the area. Historian Edward Gimmont suggests that the myth originates from earlier pseudo-historical assertions about Great Zimbabwe and has influenced the development of the reptilian theory. The initial account of Mokele-Mbembe originates from German Captain Ludwig Freiherr von Stein zu Lossnitz, as recounted by Willy Ley in his book, The Lungfish and the Unicorn. In 1913, von Stein was tasked with surveying German colonies in present-day Cameroon. During his expedition, he encountered tales of a colossal reptile known as Mokele-Mbembe, purportedly inhabiting the jungles. Intrigued, von Stein included a description of the creature in his official report, albeit with caution, aware of the potential skepticism it might evoke. Despite this caution, von Stein found the stories plausible, as they were relayed to him by trusted native guides and corroborated by independent sources, each sharing similar details. While von Stein's report never received formal publication, Ley cited his writing, illuminating von Stein's belief in the validity of the accounts. The animal is said to be of a brownish-gray color with a smooth skin. Its size is approximately that of an elephant, at least that of a hippopotamus. It is said to have a long and very flexible neck and only one tooth, but a very long one. Some say it is a horn. Canoes coming near it are said to be doomed. The animal is said to attack the vessels at once and to kill the crews but without eating the bodies. The creature is said to live in the caves that have been washed out by the river in the clay of its shores at sharp bends. It is said to climb the shores even at daytime in search of food. Its diet is said to be entirely vegetable. But since there were too many tracks of elephants, hippos, and other large mammals, it was impossible to make out a particular spoor with any amount of certainty. Yet, Brian Dunning highlights in a 1929 German book penned by science author Wilhelm Bolsch titled Dragons, Legend and Science, Bolsch conveyed von Stein's conviction that the described creature wasn't a genuine animal but rather a product of local folklore. As per the narrative of German adventurer Lieutenant Paul Gratz from 1911, the crocodile is found only in very isolated specimens in Lake Bangweulu, except in the mouths of the large rivers at the north. In the swamp lives the nsanga, much feared by the natives, a degenerate saurian which one might well confuse with the crocodile were it not that its skin has no scales and its toes are armed with claws. I did not succeed in shooting nsanga, but on the island of Mbawala I came by some strips of its skin. Legends of creatures akin to Mokele-Mbembe, purportedly saurian beings or large unidentified creatures roaming the African rainforest, abound. Numerous accounts depict large, sleek-skinned quadrupeds with elongated necks preying on sizable game still inhabiting Central Africa. It wasn't until the emergence of Mokele-Mbembe's description that these tales began to be interpreted globally as embodying a dinosaur-like anatomical structure. An illustrative instance is the Emelantuka, resembling an elephant in size and sharing many traits with Mokele-Mbembe, including smooth skin, a robust tail, and a horn or tooth. Another creature, the Yagonini, was mentioned by Alfred Aloysius Smith, who served a British trading company in what is now Gabon during the late 1800s, briefly noting it in his 1927 memoir. Accounts of dinosaur-like entities in Africa sparked a modest sensation in the mainstream media, with newspapers across Europe and North America publishing numerous articles on the topic in the early 1910s. Some accepted the report straightforwardly, while others approached them with skepticism. It's worth noting that Western Europe and the Americas were experiencing a surge in popular culture fascination with dinosaurs during this period, with the Brontosaurus being particularly prominent. This cultural phenomenon may have influenced both the emergence of such reports and the inclination of newspapers to label the alleged creature as a sauropod. Throughout the 20th century, various expeditions were launched in search of Mokele-Mbembe or to interview alleged eyewitnesses. Explorer Henry Powell and biologist Roy Mackal visited the Congo region in 1980 and 1981, engaging with local residents. While they found no tangible evidence, they contended that consistent testimonies lent credence to the creature's existence. Mackal published a book documenting his expeditions in 1987, acknowledging a hint of romanticism but maintaining scientific seriousness. Zoologist Marcelin Agnagna claimed to film Mokele-Mbembe in 1983, but doubts surround the validity of his story. Scottish explorer William "Billy" Gibbons conducted expeditions in 1985 and 1992, but his motives as a creationist and adherence to scientific principles are questioned. BBC aired a segment in the TV series Congo featuring interview with a group of Bayaka pygmies, who, upon examining an illustrated wildlife manual, identified the Mokele-Mbembe as a rhinoceros. Although neither species of African rhinoceros is prevalent in the Congo basin, this legend may stem from a blend of mythology and folk memory from a time when rhinoceroses inhabited the region. In 2016, a South African travel documentary crew produced a film about their quest for Mokele-Mbembe, later purchased by Discovery Africa. Spending approximately 4 weeks in the Likwala swamp region, they visited aka villages, gathering accounts of the creature's existence. They highlighted the challenge of distinguishing between the creature's presence, as some interviewees believed in its existence while others claimed it had perished. Although unsuccessful in finding the cryptid, they discovered a new species of green algae. The scarcity of physical evidence and the inconsistency among witnesses have led the vast majority of scientists and historians to doubt the existence of the entity. The prevailing and most plausible explanation is that the Mokele-Mbembe legend is rooted in sightings of the black rhinoceros, a species once abundant in Central Africa, where the tales originated. According to skeptic Ben Radford, the creature's origin can be traced back to 1909 book, Beasts and Men, wherein Hagenbeck speculated about the existence of sauropods in Africa based on bones. Loxton and Prothero assert that this notion propelled what would evolve into the modern cryptozoological myth. They conclude that reports of the creature stem not from concrete evidence or authentic accounts but rather from a combination of creatively embellished tales from disparate regions. The absence of evidence, despite centuries of Western interaction with the region, and periodic surveillance, all of which have detected elephants and other large animals but no sauropods.